Hi Mirror Beauties! Welcome back to the YouTube channel. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe, like, and click the post notification button. Now, if you guys are new here, we are doing a makeup series where we are going to be learning how to do our makeup in exactly a month. Yep. We are learning to do our makeup one makeup product at a time. We've already done our brows, we've done the prep and priming, and we've also done the foundation. What comes after that? We have concealer, contour, blush, powders, setting spray, and setting powder. All those are what we need to make our makeup look good. All those are the things we need to learn and how to apply them in our makeup. Now, this makeup routine is more of people who don't want something that's out there, just something minimal, you can get out of the house and do real quick. So for today, we are going to be learning how to contour our face. Yes, contour is more of like adding back color and shaping your face. So with contour, usually it's where your shadows lie, like over here, and of course over here. Basically where when the sun hits you from the top, your shadows will go there. So usually it's the cheekbones, the forehead, and your jawline. And sometimes people use contour to shape their nose or just get a little bit of some artificial nose job. So I'm going to show you guys how to do your contour according to your face, and also how to make sure that your application is not muddy. So we are going to apply the contour, yeah, but also blending it. That way it doesn't look like a patch of mud on your face and it's not noticeable. So with that said, and snatch this face up. So for contouring, you'll need obviously a contour and your application brush or a beauty blender depending on what you want. So this is the makeup brand I use for my contour. It's a highlighter and a contour, but I usually don't use this part because we're learning how to contour. We're going to use this part, but if you're a shade lighter, I would say maybe use this part because this could work so well for different skin tones as a bronzer. But baby, we are dark skin over here. So first thing you're going to do is obviously open. There's two methods here. You can either apply directly on your cheek, or you can dab on your brush and then apply to your cheekbone. This one helps you layer in the product to where you want. With this, you need to have more control with blending your product. On this side, we're gonna go just apply our contour and then we're gonna blend it out. And then on this side, we're gonna use our brush. So we're gonna dab and then apply. You want to check where your cheekbones are. Never put this low, because when you do that, sometimes people tend to drag it down. When blending your contour, always blend toward the upward side. Also, can you see how naturally you can just see my shadows, right? We're not going to apply exactly there because that's where our finish line should be. So we're going to go a little bit higher and go somewhere here. Yeah, that's where we're going to apply. That way when we blend, we can lift our cheekbones. The good thing with contour, you're supposed to you can change the features of your face, not too much, but you can play around with them. So you see, even when I do this, you can see where the shadow lies. It's still the same position. So we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna do our forehead right here where you can see the other shadow. And then we're gonna do our jawline somewhere here. Do you see that? So for this side, we're going to use our handy dandy beauty blender. This one is a damp beauty blender, but yeah. So for blending, you want to blend towards your hairline up here, right? So you're spreading it, but you're also blending out towards your hairline because we don't want to look crazy. Also, when you see me looking like this is the monitor. So yeah. And always also push it into the forehead because we're trying to make it look the exact shit. You know where the shadows are lying, right? You can see. Do you see how that blended out so perfectly? Also, are you noticing this side is a little bit darker from this side in terms of like we've just applied foundation on this side, so we have nothing that's actually returning our face back to and our forehead back to the forehead. It really is. And when you turn like this, it's not noticeable. You see? So you're gonna blend, 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 blend. And then you're gonna go for the jaw. I don't know, can you see the jaw? I'm pretty sure if I turn like this, you can see this part. So this part, we're not gonna blend up. We're gonna blend down, but not dragging, dabbing. Right here is where the tricky situation starts. So we're gonna start by blending out this part and then come back in. So we're gonna do upward motion because we're also trying to make sure that it covers this part. And make sure you're using this top part. Do you see how that blended out? We didn't blend down. We made sure our contour stays exactly where we lined, because I told you that is the end. That is the finishing line right here. Okay, right here, you see? Yeah. So the next thing we're gonna do is, after we're done blending it to perfection and also making sure we are connecting it to our top brow, to our top contour, sorry, not brow, we're gonna do this other side, but the dab method. So brush and dab, brush and dab. I personally prefer this method because there's more product that you get to use while you're dabbing it onto your face. Remember, our cheekbone is here, our finish line is here. So this is where we are actually supposed to be starting to pack in our product. Where you feel when you touch like this, the brow, you feel the cheekbone right there. So yeah. And please make sure that you're blending into your hairline, because girl, we don't want to, like I said, we don't want to look like we're wearing a mask. No. And with this, please don't go in too much, because at the end of the day, you're using the product that's already on the brush. And sometimes product on brushes tends to be a lot. So make sure you're also having control of the product that you have. That's why I'm telling you, the first product was okay. Now we go to the jawline. Jawline just... So it's like we're first spreading it where we want it, and then now we blend it out. I think we should also just come here. Oh, look at me already going to there. I love how this method makes it feel so lightweight, and you don't use too much product. Like you can notice if I do this, you can tell the contour is there, like that. You can also do your nose. Now for the nose, we're going to use a different type of brush. We're going to use a very small brush to just apply and then blend out. For blending out, we'll use our concealer brush. And then for applying, let me show you the brush we're going to use. For our contour application, we're going to use a pen brush that looks just like our brow brush, but a little bit slimmer. So you're going to just take a little, because with contour, we're blending it out. So this part right here, we don't need it smudging all the way to other parts. First thing, I usually personally prefer to just apply the inner here. Same thing on the other side. See that? And then there's this trick that I learned. You see this part here? When you want to just make sure that your nose is like up, like you can see like a button, you just take your contour and apply down here. And then See this part? Connect it. So it's like you're giving yourself a nose lift. What we've done is given our nose a shadow, and we've also botched it. We've also done a little bit of some magic. Now we blend this out. So what's left to do here is blend this out. Now for blending, you want to just go with gentle taps, and then when you get here, just blend it into your eye sockets. So yeah, we're gonna so you see where the shadow is, that's where you're going to blend into your eye sockets, and then repeat the same process until you can't see that line anymore. Then here you just blend it. Then repeat what we've done on this side to this side. See how we went from a wide looking nose to a very skinny lined nose? Like, look. When you look directly, it's so skinny. It's like, oh my God, where's the nose? Where's the... So yeah, that's how you contour. You can also take the excess and just go all around your chin. With contour, it's putting shadows, but it's also manipulating the shape of your face. You can enhance your chin. If you feel like this is big, just contour with some, and make sure you're using the brush method for specifically if you're like wanting to just reduce on some things, because you can go in and have difficulty blending it out and then you'll end up looking like mud. The good thing with this, I can walk out like this and not have a problem because my makeup is very minimal and nobody will notice. Like I said, this is makeup for beginners and makeup for people who also don't like having heavy makeup on their face. Now that we're done, that is it for today for contouring your face. Remember, make sure to fill your cheekbone, and I'd highly suggest you use the brush method because a little always goes a long way, and for beginners the blendability is much better. So look at this. Gorgeous. Honestly, I can't, when I'm coming this close, you can even see it's like a shadow on my nose. Girl. Now that I've shown you guys how to contour your face, it's up to you now. Go and practice, because the next time we're going to be learning about concealer, where to place concealer and how it brightens up your look, and how to blend out concealer. So with that said, I can't wait to see you in the next one. And remember, practice makes permanent. So run, get that brush. Why aren't you doing your eyebrows? Exactly. Make sure to like this video and switch on the post notification button, because how are you going to know we've posted? How are you going to keep up with this class? Oh, and don't forget to share to your friends. Do you know someone who doesn't know how to do their makeup? Well, don't gatekeep. Don't gatekeep. We're slaying over here. Bye.